So here are some basics of TikTok ads that you need to know before producing any video. These are some basic things that are going to apply to the actual production of these ads. You can use any video software you want. Personally, in order to produce ads and pretty much everything I've ever filmed, I use Camtasia. I think it's like $200 one-time fee, and you get 3 licenses with that. Camtasia is really good for this type of stuff. But you can technically use any style of video editor that you want. So here's a few things. Your ad dimensions are 1080 by 1920. That produces a vertical style video like this. This is the dimensions that I have run everything in TikTok on. You can get these dimensions by just filming your videos vertically with a phone, or as you can see, I'm going to show you here in a second, you actually don't really even need to do that. The video ad length needs to be 1 minute or under. This is going to be the biggest struggle for a lot of you is getting the videos to be under a minute. Some of you have creatives that are like 1:20, 1:30. You might be able to cut those creatives in a way that allows you to use them for this ad. But sometimes it looks messy, and sometimes it doesn't look the best when you cut creatives, just in the middle like that. I can tell you, I've released some very messy ads on TikTok just to get some stuff up and running in different niches, and it still works. I mean, I have ads that have like multiple cuts in them just because they were too long, and they still work really well, like surprisingly well. So don't be discouraged if the videos you currently have in your roster that you've been using on Facebook or YouTube are too long. You can cut them down. It'll look a little bit messy, but you can cut them down to a minute and you can still make it work. Just ask yourself, what is the most unnecessary part of this video and how do I cut it out? And then proceed to do that. There are 2 main styles of ads on TikTok. Ad style number 1 is using a horizontal video. I'll say it again. You can use horizontal videos on TikTok and it works amazing. Everybody thinks you need vertical videos for TikTok. You do not. Horizontal and or square videos work excellent. And actually, in a lot of my testing, they work better than vertical videos. And I'll kind of explain the reason for that. One of the benefits of being able to use horizontal videos or square videos is you get to have text on, like this is the entire video. This whole big rectangle is the entire video. The center part is where you're going to put your square or rectangle video. Then above and below, you can have text on screen, which isn't something you really get to do if you use like vertical videos. You can't really properly add extremely visible text on there without basically making it a standard horizontal video. I like to have the offer up top and the CTA down below. Be aware, any text you put below kind of gets you'll see when we actually build the ads, it overlays a lot of like your description text and your call to actions over this. So sometimes it can get a little bit messy down here at the bottom. That's why I always put the offer at the top, because in my mind, the offer is the most important part that I really want them to see. So I put the offer up top. One of the reasons I think this works so well and why it outperforms standard vertical videos so well is when people are on TikTok, they have very short attention spans. And when they see ads, their first reaction is like, how the hell do I skip this immediately? You can counter this instinct by making really good and attention-grabbing hooks. The other way you can counter it is by having the offer immediately visible. Like if you have something here that says like $19 chiropractic adjustment, anybody who wants a chiropractic adjustment will click through that. Or free dental implant consultation. Because usually on TikTok, they're not seeing text. So text inherently on videos is attention grabbing, especially if you're stating the offer, and that offer by its own nature is going to call out to your ideal audience. So this really acts as a pattern break, and it grabs the attention of people who would be interested in such a service, and it gets them to stay around, watch a little bit of the video, and then click through. Ad style 2 is just filming a vertical video. We're going to cover check style ads in the next module. That's a good example of a vertical video. This is in the local ads swipe file in the filming section of this course. You can watch this video. It's called Refi. It's the second refi video in there. Refinance for mortgage. This is a good example of a vertical video. These perform. Sometimes they outperform horizontal videos. I would say more often than not, you're going to do better with horizontal. If you have the budget and the time, I would film both. In your journey on starting on TikTok and establishing your agency on a new platform, I would encourage you to film as many creatives as possible. See what works for your industry. See what works for your niche. If you're super tight on budget and need something that works now, default to this. Higher percentage chance of winning. If you have budget and you want to really get established and see what performs way better than everything else, film a vertical video as well. You can film these by just turning your phone in vertical mode and just filming. That's it. It's really easy to do. This is pretty much everything you need to know. Beyond this, all you need is the software to edit videos. Again, I recommend Camtasia, but it doesn't have to be Camtasia. It can be anything. That's it for this module, guys.